I am Brian Oxman, and this is Insight. Brett Nichols is a 17-year-old junior from Pittman High School in Turlock, California, and a YouTube sensation. He has set YouTube on fire with more than 9 million hits of his dance to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Hey there, Brett. What a great time to have you on the program. We're so pleased to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here, Brian.
Oh, my goodness, to watch you dance to Michael Jackson's move. I knew him for 26 years. I have never seen anyone come so close to actually be just like him. Where did you get this talent from?
Just watching him, really. It was something really cool that I thought it would be really cool to replicate such positive energy.
Well, you know, there's some 9 million people who have downloaded and watched this YouTube sensation. It is one of YouTube's absolute top hits. It's one of its top 10 YouTube videos. What are we watching when we watch you? It's a school performance of some kind. Tell me how that came about.
Well, it started, it was the school's annual talent rally, and just something I know I wanted to do, like just dance again, because it's something I didn't get to do my freshman year because it skips. And now that I'm a junior, and just some friends wanted me to do it, and I thought it was time to do it before it got too late in case they wouldn't do it next year, and just really wanted to channel that positivity, something that I'd had fun doing for so many years. And the video is just, it says highlights, but at first I felt kind of bad that I took up, the rest of it. It's just glimpses of other people. But
they get their chance too. They got to have a few moments. But then you come on and we see you do the very same moves that Michael Jackson did, and it's to the T. When I look at you, I can't really tell the difference. I watched Michael. I've seen a lot of Michael Jackson impersonators. Nobody even comes close to the way you do that. You've been practicing it for a while, haven't you?
Definitely. Ever since I could find the short films and performances all over the internet.
How old were you when you started working on this?
Well, I discovered him when I was about 5 during the 2001 reunion in New York, and then
that was at Madison Square Garden, and
yes.
And people don't realize this. That was on September 10th of 2001. That is the night before the September 11th disasters at the World Trade Center, and he performed at Madison Square Garden the night before, a chilling memory that I have.
I know, and after that, it's what made him cancel his Invincible tour, the album that he released that year. I was very disappointed. It could have been his comeback.
It really was an amazing performance because the next day, it's strange that I have these memories. I got a call at 7 o'clock in the morning from Randy Jackson, who is the younger brother, and we were on the phone, and he goes, "Oh, my God!" And what it was is an airplane hit the Twin Towers, and we watched it together as those towers fell, and Michael was crying in the next room. So very, very strange memories. But to watch you brings back fabulous memories. What do your fellow students think about what you do?
They're just proud of me, and especially like my friends in aquatics, which is the sport I play, and they're just sticking right behind me this whole time. They've always wanted me to do this. They've encouraged it on me, and it was something I wanted to do for my friends mostly, and just good fun.
Now, you are a junior in high school, and what kind of classes are you taking? What takes up your time?
Geometry, English, U.S. history, and geoscience.
It sounds like the way my daughters came up. I gave them dance lessons, I gave them singing lessons, I gave them music lessons, and both of them have turned out to be, guess what they've turned out to be, Brett?
Probably the best in the business.
Attorneys. I mean, you try real hard with kids, and that's what happens to them. They just can't do it right. Where's your career going to be taking you? What do you want to do with it?
Well, this is definitely something that could be a positive reinforcement on my career, that's for sure. It's not just going to be like a one-note thing, but definitely maybe be an actor. I mean, I've always known I want to make movies someday, but acting would be a good way to get started in that business, just get out there.
That would be absolutely fabulous. You are listening to Brett Nichols. He is a 17-year-old junior in high school at Pittman High School in Turlock, California. He has set YouTube on fire with more than 9 million hits of his dance to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. Here on Insight with Brian Oxman. And Brett, when I look at you and I see a young man who's out there trying to make it happen, I got to ask you, who are your heroes? It's obvious that Michael Jackson is one of them. Who else do you look up to, and who do you think you want to be like and emulate as you go along in your career?
Music-wise?
Music-wise, absolutely.
There's only two other guys that really capture my imagination, just the bizarre sort of what music is and its different genres, and that would have to be the Robots from Daft Punk.
Oh, wow. They are hot, aren't they?
Yes. I love the mystery. Like, they're just such an enigma in pop culture, and they just do what they want, and it seems to be successful. And that's a lot of, like, Michael. Like, he was just bigger than life, and you just didn't really know what to make of him most of the time, but you just enjoyed it.
Now, you have also gotten a lot of attention. We saw you on USA Today programs. You have been really all over the internet with news stories and articles. What is it like to have this kind of attention brought to you?
It's caught me off guard. It can be frightening because all this is happening so quickly, but it's just, really, it just is a dream come true that I've wished for something like this. I just didn't know when it would happen, how it would happen, but I'm just very thankful, and hopefully it lasts a long time.
You bet. You know, Michael never could quite get used to all the attention. He found it to be very difficult, that all of the commotion which surrounded his life, it was like a hurricane, and there was nothing he could do to ever control it or to stop it. And he just said, you know, you take your deep breath and you live every day. What do you think about that kind of philosophy?
I'd like to get that as a plaque. That should be on everyone's wall.
It should be on everyone's wall. Now, without a doubt, you have brought yourself to the attention of the Michael Jackson estate. They got in contact with you. Tell me about that.
I was just starstruck, you know, just such an iconic, you know, representatives of, like, probably one of the biggest families in American history, and that they're reaching out to me and complimenting me, and you know, I almost broke down, just insane.
Well, that's pretty cool. They want you to come and see Cirque du Soleil, which is the Michael Jackson tribute to him in Las Vegas. They've got some pretty neat dancers who dance a really very professional, excellent performance of Michael Jackson. But I want to tell you, Brett, they don't come close to you. They aren't even in the same ballpark that you are in. And what are you going to do with this? Where do you see yourself going with either Michael's performances or other performances?
I'm not sure. It's just all happening at once, and if it's something just so positive, I can't really say no.
What does Mom and Dad say about this? What do they think?
They're just excited, too. I mean, they didn't really know what to think of all this at first. I mean, they've just seen me practice for so long, and they just are just really proud.
So when you practice, you get up in your room, or do you have a dance floor that you work out on? How is it that you take your time to make this happen? To really emulate the movement, the precise, I just watch, like, live performances from concerts on TV, and I'll just study it really at first, and then I'll play it again, and I'll just mimic him like a mirror. Well, your mom, Donna, talked to us, and she said that she is one proud mama. She thinks that she is the producer of the Brett Nichols show. I got to say that she's right on the beam, isn't she?
Yep.
Well, that is pretty cool. I want to say something to you, Brett. I look at you, and what it does to me personally is brings back memories that are so personal and so dear. And to see another person do the kinds of things that Michael did, you are right on the same track that he is. And I want to say, go get him, man. It takes all your heart and all your effort. You do everything that you can to make it happen, okay?
It means a lot to hear that from you.
Well, it is my pleasure and my honor because, man, I don't know how to describe it. but I sure know it when I see it, and I see it in you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You are listening to Brett Nichols. He is a 17-year-old junior from Pittman High School in Turlock, California. He has set the YouTube world on fire with 9 million hits of his dance to Michael Jackson's Billie Jean.